reinforcement towards Boyeda. They can capture Boyeda. So then it started to look like someone riding a bicycle. So anyway, over at this main front line that I was talking about, at the Avdiivka front, the most big thing is this rumor coming from Russian army reporting that the Russian forces have reached the outskirts of Berdaichi, and so Kremlin also corroborated this information. They reported this information, and then another pro-Russian channel called the Negumenitaria Pomoshis Z. This is actually a new channel that I just came about, saying that the information is actually not that correct. They say that the Russian forces have not actually entered into the village. They simply crossed the railway line. So if you look closer, the Russian forces seems to have break the railway line with probably with a heavy bombardment or something. And then they broke through the line and moved towards Berdaichi with where the Ukrainians have this position. Ukraine is also holding Stepove, but the current information suggests that the Russians simply just went around Stepove, going towards Berdaichi directly. The only claims now, the closest claims that is a bit more believable, is that they have reached the outskirts, but not yet exactly and conquer Berdaichi as per the initial information seems to suggest. There is also geolocation of a heavy bombardment at Stepove. So this bombardment at Stepove basically is in the airstrike with a massive bomb. So that could also be one of the reasons that disorientated the entire Ukrainian forces in the region, causing them to evacuate from Stepove, allowing the Russians to actually go through easily. We're not sure exactly what is the situation, because this, I feel that the information is still a bit premature. It's still very early, so do not get too excited about this just yet. But if this is true, then the Russians will be attempting what I mentioned for months, long time ago, about the operational encirclement of Avdiivka. The Russians don't really need a lot. They need Berdaichi, go towards Semenivka, and then Olivka, and that's about it. With these three towns, the Ukrainians will not be able to access this road out for resupply and reinforcement. So this is actually very close. And this rumor of Avdiivka offensive does feel possible, because there is information coming from Sasha Kot. Basically is a quote from a frontline soldier. He said that he cannot talk much. They say they are preparing for the assault, but he said that he have never seen such heavy artillery preparation throughout this entire war. He said everything is flying. There's a tornadoes. I think these are like MLRS, artillery, airstrikes, and then he's not even talking about ATGM and mortar. So he said all hell had broken loose. Even he was stunned by the amount of pre-assault preparation bombardment on the Ukrainian side. So this is also corroborated with multiple footages of heavy bombardment at Avdiivka, and there's also further information that the Russian forces have attacked from the south. This information coming from Ryba. Ryba cannot confirm the information about the fighting at Berdaichi just yet. They are only quoting the information from the Archangel side. So Ryba's reports, what they do know is that there's an attack coming from Spartak, attacking northward from the south of Avdiivka. So if you put all this information together at the same time, it does seems like the Russians have launched a major offensive against Avdiivka. The aim is Olivka, capturing Berdaichi, going to Semenivka, take Olivka, cut off the reinforcement. There's this push from the south, forcing the Ukrainians to decide: do you want to go up to hold this, to protect this important resupply route, or are you going to go down to hold this offensive going into Avdiivka from the south. I think this looks like what it is. This is the situation over at the Avdiivka front, and there is reports of fighting over at Vodian by the Russian Defense Ministry. So I would just take this with a pinch of salt. There is geolocation of Ukrainian forces holding at this mine region here. They are holding this position around here, but I can tell you Vodian is actually not important strategically speaking. When you talk about cutting of the front line, this resupply route, this is actually more strategically important. So that's all from the Avdiivka front. We move into the Bakhmut front. In the South Bakhmut, thank you for watching. Do press the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next update.